What's going on, everyone? Today is the first day of May 2021. We're going to give you all our Lookout live stream session. This is our ability to collaborate, live stream, look at some cryptocurrencies that our apprentice members are interested in, and tell you all where we expect the market to go. And on top of that, we're here to also learn as much as possible from the trap into understanding where the market is going to go so that we can continually win in the market and get that competitive advantage amongst everyone else. So thank you to everyone who is in the live chat. Appreciate everyone who is here. Thank you for the comments. Hopefully you all will gain something from these live streams that we are doing here on the weekend. Hopefully you had a profitable week as well. Let me know in the comment section how much gains you all have had in some of the crypto plays that you guys are in right now. Which one is your best cryptocurrency that you are looking at? Which one do you think has the biggest ability to gain over the next couple of months? Simply let me know, drop the comment in the comment section, and definitely I want to welcome you all here to our live stream. So before I go into the 4 cryptocurrencies that we are going to talk about on today's Lookout live stream, I want to plug you all in on our 2 perks that we are offering here right now. We have 2 of them. We have the apprentice perk you guys can see right here in the middle of the screen, to where you have loyalty badges to tell everyone how long you've been a member of our particular community. And then on top of that, we created these custom emojis so that you all can have the ability to call the market right alongside with us in the comment section. So when we do a play on a particular cryptocurrency, I want you all to let me know whether or not the market is strong, is it weak, is it on fire, do you think it's a cop, do you think it's a drop? Just let us know if you think you are in agreement or what you think the market is going to go for these cryptocurrencies that we cover on a day-to-day basis. Now here is the artisan, okay? This is the Lookout. This is the opportunity for those who choose to become an artisan, have the ability to look at some other cryptocurrencies or stocks or commodities, whatever you may be interested in. It gives the ability to look at charts that we really don't cover on a day-to-day basis. It gives you the opportunity for us to look at some other viewpoints, right? Some other interests that may be ongoing in the market at that particular time. You need to become an artisan member in order for us to look at your particular chart that you are interested in. All right. So now, real quick, let me see. We have 47 people right now looking at this live stream. Only 14 likes. If you all appreciate how we're giving you all a heads up as to where price is going to go, just take that very quick second, hit that like button. It doesn't cost a lot. It doesn't even cost anything just for you to tap that thumbs up button for us to really tell everyone that what we are garnering, what we are giving to you all is very beneficial, because eventually we want you all to do this individually, right? You need to be able to go through the markets, comb through these particular cryptocurrencies, and you need to pick out which one you think is going to be the best, right? So as we continue to go out through this live stream, we're going to continue to give you all some nuggets, some ideas as to how the market really operates, because if you're relatively new to the cryptocurrency space, you need to understand that the market does not go the way that many people may think it goes. You know, it is a secret that has been hidden amongst us that people don't want to let out. And if you guys haven't realized, that's one reason why I came through and started these videos, is to show you that the market based off its price movement off of supply and demand, right? When you restrict the supply from the market, then obviously you would expect the market to go high in price, right? You would expect to do that because there's no supply, no stockpile in the market. So the price has no other direction but to go up. When you introduce stockpile into the market, then that's when you see the weakness occur. That's when the market begins to see weakness and the price decreases, okay? That is one of the biggest laws that goes on in any market that we have today. Whether it's in the cryptocurrency space, financial markets, stock market, commodity space, if you restrict stockpile, if you restrict the supply, then price has to go up. If you introduce weakness, supplies, stockpile into the market, the price has to go down. Okay, that's the biggest law that we all need to realize and understand as we continue to participate in the cryptocurrency markets. Okay, so now let's do this real quick. We have 4 cryptocurrencies we're going to look at. The first one is coming from Cisco. I don't know if you all even look at these particular cryptocurrencies yourself, but it doesn't mean that we can profit right alongside the trap. Okay, so the first one is from Cisco. We're going to look at the market real quick. And here it is Wink. Okay, we don't cover Wink at all on our particular channel. So this lookout live stream session, we're actually going to get a first look as to what we're expecting this particular cryptocurrency to do. And right now, we're looking at this on a 90-minute time frame. We need to see whether or not the market's going to continue to crash, or can we continue to see this market go high in price. So let me show you this. Before I go into Wink, let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin real quick. Okay, since many people see Bitcoin as the juggernaut in the cryptocurrency space, as the bellwether into the market, we need to see what has occurred into the market over the last couple of days. And you can see we did a price prediction in the market in Bitcoin, and it has reclaimed its strength relatively soon, right? And a lot of the other cryptocurrencies have garnered the same type of price action. You can see right here on the weekly time frame. This is monumental. All right, I think I told a couple of people on one of our videos that if we see the market reverse its course to go back higher, then there's a lot more demand coming to the market for the cryptocurrency space overall, right? You guys can see it. If this is the indication as to what is going on into the market overall, and Bitcoin is going to be that monitor, that thermometer, that gauge as to how strong the overall market is, this is massive in the sense that we still have a lot of strength in the market, because we're not getting that follow through in these cryptocurrencies that many people would expect. When you see a market start off lower, just like on this particular week, and then the next following week it closed higher, that lets us know that there's still some strength here, right? Keep that in mind. So let's go back to Wink. Okay, since we are under that premise that the overall market is giving us some strength, then we're going to try to go into that same premise with these other cryptocurrencies that we are following here. So now, looking at this on a weekly time frame in Wink, I want you all to tell me, what do you all expect to see into the market? Are we going to see this market continue to give us strength or weakness? Where are we going to go? Drop that comment in the comment section. We need to collaborate. We need to engage so we can get in position so that we can beat the market into going to that particular price we expect it to go. Because over the last couple of weeks, we've seen nothing but weakness, right? We've seen nothing but weakness coming to the market in Wink over the last 3 weeks. Currently, one thing that I want to address and show you all is that this market in Wink has actually saw a reversal. It actually stopped from going lower to one of going higher in price. Excellent. Next thing I wanted to show you is look at the volume. So even though we're seeing the market in Wink close off of the highs on this weekly price bar, the volume is not there to signify that it's overly weak, right? Cisco writes in the comment section that he's looking for Wink to go up, right? So far, so good. Now, let's look at this on a 5-day time frame. So we just got completed with the 5-day price bar, which is right here, okay? This is our first indication that the market in Wink has stopped the movement lower, just for the time being, right? It doesn't mean that the overall movement is through with going lower, but we, at least for the time being, have seen the market stop. It's taking a break, and it gives us the ability to come in, see whether or not we like the price. If we do, we come in and purchase. If we don't, we wait until the market drops again at a better price level. All right, so let's do this. That's what we're getting on the 5-day time frame. Let's look at this market in Wink on a 2-day, and as you can see here, we always need to believe the chart. Don't believe what anyone else tries to tell you. Don't even believe what I try to tell you. You need to get your interpretation off of the price chart, because prices do not tell stories. People always follows price, okay? Doesn't matter. We don't follow the news. We don't follow any new protocol, any new invention. We follow price. And currently, you guys can see right here on this 2-day time frame, the market continues to reflect that it wants to go higher in price. We are still following the overall trend in the market in Wink, which is higher price. Okay, you might even be able to draw the ascending line right here in Wink. Okay, that is also a trend that is going on into the market. Okay, now check this out. We've seen the market even get a lot of weakness enter in on these last 2 2-day price bars, but it really hasn't had a negative impact onto the market in Wink. Now, has it? It hasn't had a major impact on weakness and movement lower in Wink. The market is also showing that it really doesn't want to do anything. The market is taking a break. So now, since we are understanding that the market in Wink is still able to trade alongside this ascending line, we are still seeing high price movement. And then secondly, something else that confirms the strength is that we're seeing this market in Wink hold this area of support, 0.0011. That area also is a strength area. The only problem that I am seeing into the market is Wink is this restriction area right there. That's it. Nothing else. If we're able to see the market in Wink break above this horizontal line, then the market's going to go a lot higher in price. Okay, so currently when I look at this on the hourly time frame, that was the 7-hour. Looking at this on the 3-hour, we don't see that much weakness really. We don't see it. So what is it telling me is that the market is still trying to go higher price. It is still primed to continue to see this market beat up and go higher in price. All right. So now in that particular sense, that lets me know that we're going to continue to play the strength into the market in Wink. It's just that simple. Based off of what we talked about in Bitcoin and how many of the other cryptocurrencies have seen the movement higher this week, the market is still primed for Wink to go higher as well. The only thing that will go against that, in which we need to be prepared for, is the fact that we come back and see the market come all the way back down and we lose the gains that we've done this week. That's the only way that these markets will go down. Okay. So now let's go ahead and do this prediction real quick into the market in Wink. This area right here, 0.0012, needs to be held as support. But so long as this market continues to hold that ascending line, this market in Wink is still going to go high in price. And I actually like it. Okay. So we're going to play the strength into the market in Wink. Our restriction area is going to be right there around 0.0016. That is going to be the first area of restriction into the market in Wink. As we continue to see this market trade in the long term, okay, that restriction area can come all the way back up here to the open and close on these two weekly price bars right there. All right, that's it. So yeah, we're still going to play the strength into the market in Wink. The only outcome that will go against this prediction would be for us to lose all of the gains that these markets in the cryptocurrency space have gained over this week. That's the only way. Okay, so yeah, I do like that one, Cisco. Definitely looking for that market in Wink to continue to give us some higher price. I want to show you all this area. This area right here is restriction. All right, you guys can see that over the last 3 days, this market hasn't been able to break above that line. So he is even telling us that he is having problems of breaking the price in Wink above 0.0014. Keep that in mind, because if he cannot do it, then our prediction will also be incorrect. But we are under the premise, based off the last couple of trading days, how the market has endured some weakness, but it hasn't reacted to movement lower. And then another thing, take a look at the volume. Volume is a big indication as to what the market is going to do. You remember what I told you earlier, that you restrict the stockpile into the market, price has no other way but to go up. This volume has been on the decrease. We haven't been seeing the lacks of movement lower neither. So this still tells me that the market has the ability to continue to go higher in price, and we're just going to simply play that. All right. So now let me do another quick check on the chat box real quick. Appreciate that, Cisco. Pedro writes, this is one of my favorite channels, founded on library. Oh, congrats. Thank you, Pedro. You don't cover many tokens, but you do a great job on the ones you work with. Thanks, no doubt. So I see we got 36 likes, 53 people right now watching the live. If you all appreciate the videos, how we're dropping this knowledge and understanding into how the market really operates, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, take that quick second to go ahead and do that for us real quick. All right, because we're going to go ahead and move on to the next cryptocurrency. All right, that's it right there. All right, so the next one that we're going to look at is Luna. And you guys can see here in Luna, the market is not really giving us a lot. First thing you always need to do when you look at price charts is you need to take a step back, look at the market, see what's going on, what direction have we been through. That gives us a big idea as to what the market is going to do in the future, right? Next thing, if you're new to this channel, there's 3 ways that the market can only go. That's it. It could go higher, it could go lower, or it could go sideways. That's it. Okay. It doesn't take a lot of technical indicators on your chart just to get that idea. So once you see that we are currently in one direction, the next 2 on the table in this particular situation in Luna would be either we continue to go higher, or we could go lower, or we trade sideways. So now, everyone who's in the chat, look at the chart right now in Luna and tell me, what do you think the market is going to do? Currently, we're in an uptrend. So we're going to stay on that track until we see something break it. Okay. We're going to continue to stay on that track until the market tells us otherwise. So this is the overall trend into the market in Luna. The gap that we can see the market drop and we still have price movement of higher prices right here. That circle, we can still see the market in Luna come from $16.45 all the way down here to $14 or $13.75, and we still be in an uptrend, right? So now, Jake Nice writes the comment, will cryptos crash soon? Everyone who's in the chat, let them know what you think the market in the cryptocurrency is going to do if you think it's going to crash. Because we already told you with Bitcoin what the market looked like it's trying to do. So real quick, Luna is in an uptrend, no doubt. Let's look at this on a different time frame real quick. 3-day time frame. I want to zoom in. You guys can see here that we've seen some increase in strength. We are seeing some weakness currently over the last 2 completed 3-day price bars. So what it kind of tells me is that the market is anticipated to trade sideways at least for the next couple of trading days. Now let's look at this on a weekly time frame. This is where we're still seeing weakness into the market in Luna. Okay. Now we have some areas of support that will continue to keep this market in Luna going higher though. Even though the initial phase is us seeing weakness, which is right here, we have this support area that can prop up the market price in Luna, which is around $15. Okay, if not 15, it's a little bit closer up here towards $15.67, give or take. Joshua thinks that the market in Luna is bullish. No doubt. Okay. Now let's take a look at this on a monthly time frame. So this is the monthly time frame in Luna. You guys can see that last month, the month of April, was a probable precursor of strength. This is what we term it, because this upcoming month, May, we need to see Luna close above this close right here from April. If we do, then we know in the long term that Luna has a bigger propensity to continue to see higher price. So we really need to be paying attention to where the market in Luna closed for the month of May. Just that simple. If we close lower than the previous month, which is April, then we understand that the weakness is still dominating this market in Luna. Now that's from a monthly perspective, not a day-to-day basis. So let's look at this real quick on a 2-day time frame. And here the market here is still hinting that it's weak. It's not overly weak though, right? The market still has some buyers in this particular range that is willing to purchase Luna at these cheaper prices. So we really need to keep our eyes focused in on that support area that I've talked about, $15.65 all the way back down to 15. We break the market weakness on that end. We understand that Luna is going to test this ascending line of going lower. Okay. This is the 1-hour time frame into the market in Luna. Really not a lot is going on into the market on an hourly time frame. 7-hour time frame, we're still seeing some weakness though. We're not garnishing a lot of that strength. Right here, we should have seen a follow through in the market in Luna, and we didn't get it. Instead, we found restriction around $16.85. That was it. Okay, so that still tells me that the overall interest or demand to the market in Luna is not there yet. So we can still see this market in Luna dip a little bit lower, you know, $16 all the way back down to 15. Okay, so dependent on whether or not we can see this market actually hold support at those particular areas, is going to mean everything to where the market is going to go, right? So let's do this real quick. Let's look at this on the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is giving us a weakness. Okay, 2 weeks time frame as well as giving us weakness. So I'm going to play the weakness on this one, but I'm not going to play it in a sense that I'm expecting it to completely fall out the market, completely fall out the sky. I'm not going to play it in that sense. I really want to see the market strength come in right there around $16. If we hold that $16 area, then the market definitely is going to go higher price, because you can see even in Luna that the volume has been decreasing as well. So we are restricting the market stockpile coming into the market, which translate over that we would expect the market to go higher in price, right? So actually, rather than me playing the weakness into the market in Luna, I'm going to play the strength. Now, with that being stated, that is going to be very contingent on how soon we find that market support. Okay, $16 will even be better in terms of us seeing this market in Luna go high in price. If we come all the way down to $15, I will still continue with the play of the market going higher in Luna. No lower than 14 though. Okay, so we're going to continue to play the market in Luna of going higher in price. We have our areas of support that the trap cannot break. If he comes in and break any of these areas of support, then we realize that this movement higher in price is not going to happen. The lower we go, the less likely it's going to be that the market's going to go higher in price. So with the decrease in volume, with the lack of actual spread from the last couple of daily price bars, lets me know that this market still wants to go higher in price. Now, how high? I'm just simply going to look for it to go up here towards $18. Okay, from there we'll have to come in and take another look at the market to see if more weakness and sell is going to appear, just like it did here back on 24th, 26th, 25th, 27th of April. Because if so, we're going to come right back down. Already, we'll know that. Okay, so yeah, pretty much we're just going to play the strength to the market in Luna. Not overly bullish, but the market is still harnessing its ability to go high in price. There you are, right there. Appreciate that, Joshua. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that. All right, so now we're going to look at the third one, which is KuCoin. All right, so this is on the KuCoin exchange. So I'm not sure if many of you all look at that particular cryptocurrency. Drop the comment in the comment section. Let me know if you all pay attention to KuCoin real quick. But you can still tell that even KuCoin is participating right alongside with where the market is going to go, which is higher price. Okay, so it has been falling along with the market moving higher in price. So I want you all to drop the comment in the comment section and let me know where do you think the market is going to go for KuCoin. Now let me zoom out and show you all the trend. All right, that's one thing we don't do here on this particular channel. We don't buck the trend. We simply follow the market. and it tells us exactly where it's headed. Okay, so right now, you guys can see Johnny writes he thinks that KuCoin has potential. You mean potential to go higher or potential to go lower? I want you all to look at this volume. What's been going on with the volume as the market in KuCoin has been going higher in price? Are we losing that demand? Are we losing that interest to see this market in KuCoin go higher in price? There you go, Cisco. Use that call emoji right there. Thinking that KuCoin is going to go up in price. Since you think it's going to go up, you know, how high you think the market's going to go? So first, let me give you all, the market trend has literally broken away plenty of times from the trend, right? This was one trend. Okay. This was the second trend. And now the market in Luna, I'm sorry, not Luna, in KuCoin is giving us this trend. Like the market is giving us three different ascending lines. Like which one do you think is applicable? All right, Johnny, think the market in KuCoin has the potential to go up and movement higher in price. Just take a look at that. These are the three trends that the market in KuCoin has been going through. Which one do you think is more applicable? Which one you think is the accurate depiction as to what the market is feeling? Because that is the one we need to follow, right? And for us, many people will keep these lines on their chart, only confusing us. Now, for us, since the market in KuCoin is not trading anywhere on this lower ascending line, why do we need to have it on our chart? We don't need to keep it there. So let's keep our charts clean. Let's take that one away. The market is not utilizing that line, so it has no benefit to us. So let's take it out. We don't need it. So we're left with two more lines. Now the market currently is in a breakout phase, right? And it is going to test this nearest term trend. But on this prediction, we're going to use this other line because it gives us a longer time frame as to continue to watch the market movement, right? Now, if you're playing this on a day-to-day basis, if you're playing this on an hourly time frame, then the ascending line that is closest to price is the one you need to use. Okay, you need to use this one if you're only into the market in KuCoin for a couple of hours. If you're trying to be in and out, you need to make sure that you use this trend because it is going to have a major impact on where price goes the soonest. If you're into the market maybe on a weekly time frame, monthly time frame, then we need to use this middle line, right? This is where the market actually is showing us what it's trying to do. So we just simply follow what he has been doing. Now we broke out right when we started that trend. We broke out and KuCoin came all the way up here to $20, came right back down towards $10.25, and now we're seeing a breakout again. So you're expecting us to come back down, continue to bounce in between until we either break it or we continue to break the all-time high that KuCoin did back in April. That's it. So now I can already see on this chart where restriction can be at. Okay, tell me, everyone who's in the comment section, if you can see this chart right now, let me zoom in. Okay, I want you all to show me, where do you think the restriction area is in the market in KuCoin? Where do you see it? You need to understand that we need to try to see visually where the support areas are at, what type of trend are we in, where is the restriction area, so that we can be prepared to see that weakness come through the market, right? So where do you all see restriction in KuCoin? Because I can see an area of restriction already without me even placing lines on the chart. We all need to get more fixated on how to read the price charts. And that's the first thing that we need to do. Exactly. Cisco already wrote the answer in the chat. It's at $16. That's the area nearest to where price currently is, that is going to act as restriction. Okay. So when we even do this prediction, we need to keep our eyes focused on that area right there around $16. Now, just like Cisco wrote $16, we all need to understand that it cannot be exactly $16. We're just giving you all a general vicinity as to where we would expect to see more weakness, right? The place to where we would expect to see the market to drop. That would be the first price right there. It could be, Chris. Yeah, no doubt. There could be a dead cat bounce. Right? We're currently in an uptrend. Now, the last 2 days tells us a lot too. Okay. So since we identified that the market in KuCoin is in an uptrend as one, we define where the area of restriction is, which is $16, in or around $16. So let's take a look at the price action from the last 2 days then. Okay. Look at these two price bars right here. And tell me, what do you think it means? Look at the volume right alongside with it and tell me, what do you think it means? You have to interpret this. What do you think occurred the last 2 days in the market in KuCoin? Because the volume and the price action tells us everything we need to know as to what the market trap is trying to do, whether he's trying to increase the price or whether or not he's trying to lower the price. It tells us that. Don't forget the first rule in the market. Stockpile and interest tells us everything we need to know. If you restrict stockpile from coming to the market, price has to go up. If you increase the stockpile into the market, price goes down. That's the first law. So take a look at the market price action right here on the 30th. Chris writes price diversion. What do you mean by price diversion? Cisco writes lots of buying. Why would you say that, Cisco? We need to focus in on right here. Okay. Right there on the close of April the 30th. Take a look at where that market closed at. Right? So what this tells me, all right, this is how you're able to read the market without being confused. What occurred on April the 30th was the market trying to dump or move lower. This is where the induction or introduction of stockpile came in. Right? Okay, Chris, so you're talking about in terms of the daily price bar. We have one side that is up, other side down. Now, how do we know that stockpile came into the market yesterday? Because of the increase in volume. Remember, the volume does not lie. Okay. Where we closed at does not lie. If we were closed at the high of the bar, then that tells me that the interest and the demand is still there. But we didn't. We closed towards the middle. So there was more selling going on into the market in KuCoin yesterday than there were buyers. Okay. Now take a look at this though. Look at what the market is doing today. Do you really think that the market was weak? Okay. Appreciate that, Chris. If the market truly was getting hit with a lot of stockpile, today's price action would not be closing towards the high of the bar. So yesterday's trading, yesterday's weakness that came into the market had no impact on lowering the price. In fact, it was like what Cisco wrote in the comment section, that there were lots of buyers. So whoever came into the market yesterday bought up all of the selling that came into the space. Just that simple. So there is still the emphasis of market strength coming through KuCoin, just by looking at that alone. Now, it doesn't mean that we're out the woods yet, because we already identified that $16 is where restriction is. Precisely. That is what occurred yesterday. We saw the weakness come through. The selling came through yesterday. But the market is still willing to go higher in price. So we're not going to be tricked, right? The trap is trying to place those who are under the premise that the market is going to go down. He's not reflecting that right now. What about on a different time frame? This is the 3-day time frame. The market is still reflecting strength. What about weekly time frame? This looks just like Bitcoin's price chart. Let's take a look at Bitcoin at the same time. Now, this is KuCoin weekly price bar. Down here, let's do Bitcoin weekly price chart. You see that? Last week, the market in KuCoin closed lower. Same thing with Bitcoin. This week, both of them are closing at the high of the bar. There you are. So even KuCoin is giving us a lot of strength as well. So much so that we're not going to expect the market in KuCoin to be restricted at $16. The market still has legs to go higher in price. It's just that simple. So now we need to make a determination as to how high it can go though. Okay, this is definitely massive in terms of us continuing to see the market in KuCoin go a lot higher in price. Massive. So let me look at this on a smaller time frame. So maybe, $17.40, 35 cents. What do you all think? How high do you think the market in KuCoin is going to go? $14 is going to be our area of support into the market in KuCoin in order for us to continue to see this play out. So now we got our support area. I want you all to drop the comment in the comment section and let me know, where do you think the market high is going to be in this movement higher that we are anticipating? Do you think $18? So literally, we're not expecting the market to be held at restriction around 16, even though that is the first area that we would expect the market to get, or at least to initiate some selling. So let me break this back over to the daily. Cisco writes all-time highs. That is very probable when you look at that on the weekly time frame. This spread, this current weekly spread in KuCoin, that spread is kind of engaged to tell you how strong the market's really trying to go higher in price. So that is definitely something that is on the table that we need to take into consideration, is the market making all-time highs in KuCoin. But that is what, almost 30% away. That would be a 30% price increase into the market in KuCoin from where we are at right now. Okay. But it looks decent. I like it. Like it a lot. So let's go ahead and do this. That's true, Chris. It does have restriction that will have to break above in order for us to make all-time high. So Cisco all-time highs is on the table, but it will have to go through a lot of walls, a lot of hurdles in order to actually attain that. So it might take a while, right? It might take a while for the market in Qcoin to actually come in and make all-time highs. But yeah, as you guys can see in the title of this video, right, we posed the question, will cryptos crash soon? Now, we've shown you charts in Wink, Luna, Qcoin, and also shown you charts in Bitcoin, right? We looked at 4 cryptocurrencies today. By us looking at these 4 price charts, can you answer the question now, will cryptos crash soon? Let me know. Answer the question for me. Based off all of the price charts we've seen today, based off the price action, based off the volume we've seen, what do you think the market is going to do? Do you think we're going to crash soon, or do you think we're going to continue to go higher in price? I hear you, Johnny. Johnny says no, the market's not going to crash. Anyone else? So, with that, George used the emoji of a rocket ship taking off. So he think the market is not going to crash. Any other takers? Christopher writes, no, because buyers are coming back in. There you go. So we have all collaborated. We are all under the same premise that the cryptocurrency space still has enough juice, momentum to continue to go higher in price. Cisco writes, it's too strong. No doubt. Joshua writes, I don't think so. He's bullish. I think we all seen the same thing. Based off everything we talked about, based off everything we've seen, the market in the cryptocurrency space is still trying to go higher in price, right? We've identified how high we think they're going to go. But like Cisco says, in the long term, they could go a lot higher than that. Which means that we'll have to come back in and reevaluate some of these cryptocurrencies to see if that's actually going to be the case. But overall, the overall environment is telling us that, yeah, the market wants to go higher. Okay. So that's it. No doubt, George. Market is strong. And that's it. That's all we have for today. Now, if you all want to participate, look at some other charts, you need to become an artisan member. This is our opportunity for us to collaborate with our artisan members to try to look at some of the charts that they are interested in. We do appreciate your participation, though. Those in the comment section, hopefully you all have learned as much as possible from reading the markets, calling the markets by looking at the price chart. You guys can see that it is all you need in order to get in position. Dimitri writes, but there was correction on Bitcoin for a long time. It should happen, in his humble opinion. That's why we only identify. We're not expecting 15x, 50x return or profit potential that many other YouTubers talk about. We're more realistic and conservative in our progression of moving higher in price. And if we think the market's going to go lower, we'll call that as well too. But today, the current environment is that these cryptocurrencies wants to go higher in price, right? So the only one from the comment section that is not really looking for the market to go higher is Dimitri, if I'm pronouncing that name right. He thinks the risk is too high. Now, we're all not going to be oblivious to not think that, a correction needs to occur, right? I mean, for instance, look at Qcoin. The market has been in a monumental bull run starting February, right? You guys can see that. We are in an upward trend into the market in Qcoin and altcoins and Bitcoin. It really doesn't matter. The overall market is going higher. We're lifting everything up. And it's going to be opportunities to where we see the market crash. I mean, when you think about a correction, let's take this example right here in Qcoin, okay? Let's take a look at where the price has been at the high, which was on April the 12th, right? The market came all the way down here on April the 25th. We came all the way down here to $10. That is a 50% decline in value for Qcoin. 50%. That is the correction, right? That was the correction that many people was talking about, that many people were expecting. We went through that already in Qcoin. 50% decrease in value. Now, the market has reversed its course to at least come back and regain some of those losses, which is why we're still anticipating that to occur. But yeah, that was the correction in Qcoin. Okay. You can do the same thing for Bitcoin. Like, has the market in Bitcoin been through a correction? You guys can see right here that the market in Bitcoin from its all-time high of April the 14th back down to the low on April the 25th was 27% reduction in value right there. So yeah, we saw a correction. When you see double-digit losses come into a space, 20, 30, 50%, that is a massive correction right there. And even in Bitcoin's case, we were playing in weakness, and right now the market is overly strong in Bitcoin. Massively strong. So that is what we have for today. Hopefully you all have gleaned something from our information today. We are in position. This is our expectation as to what we're expecting the market to do. And it's just that simple. You really need to be careful about where you're getting your information from. The ones who have a lot of technical indicators on their chart, who use moving averages, who uses RSI, who uses stochastics, MACDs, all of these indicators are lagging indicators. It does not give us any benefit if it cannot predict where prices are going to go. And the only thing that is able to predict where prices are going to go is what the trap does. And everything that he does is already listed on the price chart by looking at the price bar and the volume. Clayton writes, it confuses the mess out of me how you don't have more subscribers. Hey, we don't have anything to do with how many subscribers we get. We're just simply trying to delve out the information so everyone can understand how the market really operates and how you can get in position and win. Appreciate that, Christopher. No doubt. I think we all want to retire soon. Appreciate that, Johnny. So yeah, that's all we have for today. If y'all want to participate, we try to do this on a weekly basis just so we can get a overall look at the market real quick, look at some other cryptocurrencies that we really don't cover on our channel. So make sure you all want to participate, learn as much as possible. Make sure you continue to come back and watch these videos so that you can learn, become more of an independent and call in the market yourself, because this information, they don't want us all to know, right? Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate that. Thank you for even taking the opportunity out of your time. You could have been doing anything else. All of you could have been doing anything else, but you saw fit that you want to learn more about predicting price movement, and you came to the right place. All right. So that's it. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and I'll go ahead and give you your rest of your time back. Just thank you for that small time that you spent with us. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you maintain a profitability. Make sure you get in those profitable trades. Make sure you look at the charts to understand that the market is going the way that you want it to go. And if not, you know what you need to do. All right. Sunset Yellow writes, man, we got to get you 100K soon. No doubt. Thank you, Cisco. Appreciate that as well. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll talk to you all later. That's right, Christopher. Every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 Central.